The destruction of this scale is dedicated to all of the women whose lives have been ruined and ruled by it. This is for us, ladies. Safety first. I'm tired of you stealing my life. I'm tired of you making me...
In all honesty, you didn't really have to get the hammer out. You could have just simply stepped on the scale and you would have been able to achieve the same thing as the hammer.
Blanding tells us she was just trying to get to a Detroit Lions watch party this month when her Lyft rolled up.
As I'm walking, I see him like making faces or whatever. I'm like, oh man.
She already knew.
I can fit in this car.
But believe me, you can.
Yes, I can.
Believe me.
He told her there's not enough room in his car.
The kicker part was when he started to talk about his tires. You know, I feel like that was a slap in the face. That was like my tires, you know, like.
The driver said his tires could not handle her weight.
For every big person you turn down because they can't fit in your car?
Yeah, because they need to order the Uber XL.
You know what? I don't never have to order Uber XL.
He apologized, canceled the ride, and left her there. The rapper says she's pretty tough.
I get the money and flip it and make some food.
Dank DeMoss, as she's known at the mic, is crushed by the whole situation.
I just want them to know, like, it really hurt my feelings.
It looks like Lyft might be hurting pretty soon, too.
I knew it was illegal, and I knew that it was wrong.
Her attorneys, John Marco and Zach Runyon, say weight is a protected characteristic in Michigan by law.
It would be no different than a driver pulling up and saying, you know, I don't want to have black people in my car, or I don't want to have Christians in my car, or Muslims in my car. It's the same. Under the law, it's the same.
The lawsuit is filed. Since she posted the encounter on social media, other full-figured folks have reached out saying the same thing happened to them.
It's the only seat y'all got?
What you want? What you need?
There's one more.
A bigger chair or something.
Is she already little?
We had
That's what I'm talking about. Good. This is the accommodation.
There you go.
You know, you walked in and, you know, you said the chair was too small, so we had to bring the part of the sectional for you to sit in. And you said something. You said, now this is what I'm talking about, accommodations, right?
Yes.
But we live in a world that's not always going to be able to accommodate people that are
But we
plus
should,
size.
though. We should, because we not all the same, you know? I feel like we should. Like,
the fact that this is even a thing, that she's put a lawsuit on Lyft to sue them because the driver didn't want to take her due to the fact that she might actually damage his car. The reason this is even allowed to happen is because we live in a society that's been celebrating people being unhealthy and leading themselves to an early deathbed. It's absolutely comical.
I've never had people so blatantly stop and take pictures of me.
Keep it to yourself.
Unable to move on her own, Amber had to sit on a luggage cart, pushed by her father. Wearing a vibrant dress, she felt as if every judgmental gaze was fixed on her. Her oversized hips made it impossible for her to fit into any wheelchair at the airport. Her father cleverly borrowed a luggage cart from the airport, but it inadvertently added to her embarrassment.
There is no way in the blue hell you're confused as to why people are looking and staring at you. I'm sure you know it's not very common for someone to be wheeled around as if they're luggage, even though it might be the case that they weigh the same as the luggage that's being put on the airplane.
Excuse me, ma'am. There's a weight limit for the slide.
What's the weight limit?
350.
350? Because I weigh 441. I can't ride it. I'm out.
Sorry about that.
You know what? This is just a hump in the road. This is the most embarrassing thing in the world to go back.
Look, we will come back another time, and we will conquer this with you.
It's just motivation, babe.
I can't believe it. I finally got my ass in gear and I started dieting again.
This should literally be motivation for you to get yourself to the gym. But of course, living in today's world, they'll say that you're judging them and you should not judge people. And the reason I'm kind of laughing is because we've literally come to a day and age where people are saying you shouldn't try and help people to become more healthy. That is basically what they are saying. Before we get back into the video, make sure you guys like the video if you guys enjoyed the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, hit the bell that you'll see beside the subscribe button so that you're notified when one of my videos come out. Follow me on Instagram, X as they call it, TikTok at YinkaThatGuy, and let's get back into the video.
Funniest fucking thing about the Republican versus Democrat makeup trend is the fact that these Republican women are trying to go so far out of their way to be extra and to make themselves look ugly, while the Democrat women impersonating Republican women are just doing the makeup that Republican women do daily. And the Republican women don't get it. Like, babes, we're making fun of you. That blue eyeshadow is popping. Please add some color to your face. I think the funniest fucking thing.
The lack of self-awareness is completely hilarious for someone whose face nearly takes up the whole screen to be talking about how people look.
Oh, do you see the crab? Thank you, Shasta. I'm in my living room. I'm in the front living room. We have 2 living rooms. Thank you, guys. Everyone make sure you get a heart me. We need 7 more fireworks, y'all. They're in 12-month clothing, Christy. They're in 9 to 12, but like 12-month. That's like they're growing like a weed. What show will you be on? Oh, the Alex Stein show. I think he has, it's mostly on YouTube. On the 29th, yeah. Aw, that's sweet of you, Christy. Thank you.
At this point, we should all know that these people are trying to slap everyone in the face by doing what they're doing, and that's why they're posting it all over social media. This is weird behavior, and people who accept this are very delusional and strange people as well.
I'm just here today asking, what's it like being a virgin?
Pretty rad.
Yeah. What's your body count?
I'm a father. We have a website, patriotfront.us.
Oh, I've heard of Patriot Front. Yeah,
Yep.
It's a group of incels.
Yep.
What's it like being an incel?
I'm married with children.
You can be an incel and be married with children. What's it like being a incel virgin?
I wouldn't know, sir.
What's your body count?
Doesn't matter.
What's your body count?
Excuse me?
What's your body count?
Are you talking about intercourse?
Yes.
My wife. Her.
What's it like being an incel?
Okay. Do you want a statement? Talk to Thomas Rousseau.
Oh no, I was just asking what's it like being an incel?
Don't answer questions, sir. Talk to Thomas Rousseau.
Because again, it's harder for people to unify when they have more indifferent to each other.
So it's harder for them to unify if there's like if there's black people and Asian people that would come on. I mean, is that what you're saying?
Yes, that is what I'm saying.
So the thesis is segregation. Just I forgot to ask you, what is it like being an incel and a virgin?
I wouldn't know.
What's your body count?
I'm not here to discuss personal matters of my life. I think that's irrelevant.
So 0.
Okay, sure. Yeah. I mean, if you're going to make assumptions about my personal life.
You're wearing a Patriot Front outfit, so.
I don't know how he thought in his right mind that this video was an own. You are trying to insult people because of the fact that they're not having sex with strangers, and oh no, how they're not having sex with strangers and spreading diseases around. Wow, you're such a bad person. This is also the same group who says body count doesn't matter, but then they try to shame you for having no body count. Make it make sense.
This is a mindset that I can just not ever wrap my head around. There is no agreeing to disagreeing on this. This isn't in just a political stance. This is just like a worldview. What is wrong with the world being diverse? What is wrong with people expressing themselves any way that they want? Why, to you, does every person need to look the same? There is no one right or wrong way to look. So why does me having a nose piercing bother you so much? How does that affect you? How does another person having purple hair affect you? How does someone having tattoos affect you? How does someone having brown skin affect you? What is wrong with this world being diverse?
Diversity is useless. We're sick of white liberal women trying to be the spokespeople for everyone and trying to show us how good of human beings they are when we all know it's just bull crap and you just want to make yourself look good in front of everyone.
You squish that one. I live close to my mother. She helps out a lot. I got this.
She tells me that she's a burden to me, but she's not a burden.
What in the blue hell did I just watch? This should be an advert to everyone that you should really work towards becoming more healthy. I'm really still surprised that her mother or whoever it was that was cleaning her is also fat when you see how she is. And I do not want to hear people come in the comment sections giving me all sorts of excuses. Even if you don't have a gym membership or you don't have the money to have a gym membership, there are all sorts of other things you can do, like walking or just eating better. This is not a lifestyle I will ever celebrate, and there is no human on planet Earth that can convince me otherwise.
For me, Captain America represents a lot of different things, and I don't think the term, America should be one of those representations. Like, it's about a man who keeps his word, who has honor, dignity, and integrity. Someone who is trustworthy and dependable. This is kind of like an aspect of a dream coming true. When I was a kid, all of us as actors, I believe, want to get back to that day before someone told you no. When you look out your door and you see a 5-year-old kid with a stick and he's slaying dragons to save the princess in the tower, that kid really believes there are dragons out there. That stick is really a sword and he's really trying to save that princess. And then one day somebody told him, no, there are no dragons, that's not a sword, and that princess is not there. And all of his little dreams were dashed. So, as an actor, I feel like our job is to get back to the day where we see that dragon and we slay that dragon to save that princess. And that's kind of what this movie was for me.
All of these celebrities who want to virtue signal are getting really annoying. That's why all of these movies nowadays are complete shambles and they're crap. They all want to put their agendas and talk about diversity and change a white person to black. They change every single character and they don't create anything new. We don't care about your opinions. Make good movies and start acting and do what you're supposed to do.
This case is a sign. Britain now faces a new threat. Terrorism has changed. In the past, the predominant threat was highly organised groups with clear political intent, groups like Al-Qaeda. That threat, of course, remains. But now, alongside that, we also see acts of extreme violence perpetrated by loners, misfits, young men in their bedroom, accessing all manner of material online, desperate for notoriety, sometimes inspired by traditional terrorist groups, but fixated on that extreme violence, seemingly for its own sake. Now, it may well be that people like this are harder to spot, but we can't shrug our shoulders and accept that. We can't have a national security system that fails to tackle people who are a danger to our values, our security, our children. We have to be ready to face every threat. And when I look through the details of this case, the extreme nature of the violence, the meticulous plan to attack young children in a place of joy and safety, violence clearly intended to terrorise, then I understand why people wonder what the word terrorism means. And so if the law needs to change to recognise this new and dangerous threat, then we will change it, and quickly. And we will also review our entire counter-extremist system to make sure we have what we need to defeat it.
There are a lot of other things way more important than worrying about incels going on in England, and your whole issue is with them. We have grooming gangs going on here and you're worried about incels. You have got to be kidding me.